So where is the best position to place your hands while you're popping up or standing up? Today, I'll show you the 5 most common positions to place your hands and go through which ones are good, which ones are okay, and which ones are bad. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And also, if you have any suggestions or comments or questions, feel free to put it in the comment box. The further back you place your hands, the further back you'll stand on your surfboard. The further forward you place your hands, the further forward you'll stand. So this first one I'm going to show you is a good position to place the hands. And the reason why is because it helps you get into the perfect position like this, and it helps you to be able to maneuver the board and generate speed the way you want. And as you can see, I've placed my hands directly under my shoulders, next to my chest, flat on the board. And that's a good position to be in. And again, as you see, I've placed my feet in a good position. My back foot's all the way against the kicker of the tail pad. This is the next one, and as you can see, it's almost the same. The only difference is I've placed my left hand, my front hand, a little further forward. And this one's going to cause me to stand a little further forward as well. As you can see, my foot placement is just a little bit different. This is still a good position to be in. And the main reason why this one's good is because this one helps you to rotate and twist into your pop-up and get the front foot in a good position straight away. And this one's quite good for those who are not so flexible in the hips and who struggle to get the front foot in position. So that's a good one to try and to practice. And then the next one, not this one, but the next one is quite a common one as well. And you'll see I've placed my hands quite far forward. And like I said earlier on, when you place your hands further forward, you'll stand further forward. This is a good position to be in if you want to have more stability, balance, and drive down the line. And also if you want to get a barrel or if you want to stand further forward to generate more speed, this one's good. But in most cases, it's not ideal to put your hands further forward because you'll often stand too far forward and also stand with a wide stance. So if you want to get into a good position straight away, you want your hands further back to get your feet further back, and that's going to help you generate more speed and do more maneuvers, as it's easier to pivot the board when you stand further back on the board. So yeah, try not put your hands too far forward. This one's quite common too, and as you can see, I'm holding the rails. A lot of people do this, especially on a beginner to intermediate level, and it's because they hold onto the board in difficult situations so they don't fall off or lose the board. And the reason why this one's not so good is for 2 reasons. Firstly, as you can see, my fingers are underneath the board and on the rail. So this is going to cause a lot of turbulence or a lot of distraction in the water flow underneath the board, and that's going to cause the board to be a little bit off balance in certain situations. And also, as you can see, when I practice here, as I pop up, my hands come off. And that's because my hands are on the edge of the board and it's easier for the hands to slip off. So you don't want to do that. You want to avoid that as often as possible. So try and not get your hands on the rails. Sometimes you can have one hand on the rail when you're going for like a backside barrel ride, or if you have like a very difficult takeoff. This one here is also quite common. This one's usually practiced amongst people who have very little upper body strength or upper arm strength or any kind of strength, and they struggle to pop up properly. And what they end up doing is they'll put their hands further forward, place their elbows down on the surfboard, and also hold the rails. And then this will cause them to drag one knee or both knees further forward, but also cause you to stand a bit further forward on the board like this. And again, it's not the best position to be in unless you want to stand in the most centered and controlled position as a beginner or intermediate surfer. These techniques, or this technique, is going to cause you to stand too far forward and sometimes even nosedive. So you want to try avoid this as much as possible. But if you're still learning and you don't have too much arm strength or upper body strength, you can do this. This is a way to cheat, and you can hold the rails, put the elbows down and drag your knees further forward and stand up like that. But you want to try avoid this in most cases because you will often be standing too far forward, also with a very wide stance, and in most cases, in a steep section, you will also nosedive, and you don't want to do that. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions or any suggestions, and have a great day.